Hey guys, so I'm going to do the Naughty and Nice for 2010, and I have a little more than 5 in the Nice, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. For the Naughty this year, I definitely have a few concealers and foundations. I kind of experimented and ended up realizing that I just don't like a lot of products out there. So the first thing I'm going to mention is the Maybelline Mineral Powder Liquid Concealer, and it comes in this little small container with a little applicator. The first thing about this that I didn't like was it burned a little when you put it on, especially if the area in which you were applying was a little bit drier. And even with a moisturizer, it runs and it dries out the area. So it wasn't a very good purchase. It also doesn't give very good coverage. I felt like it covered underneath eyes pretty well for the first hour or two, but then it fell. But when it came to covering like a blemish, it didn't cover anything. So definitely made the naughty list. The other thing that I did purchase with it was the finishing veil and powder foundation from them. And again, dried my skin out, was a little off colored, and it's the closest color to my skin tone, but it's still not the right, and it looked fake looking, and I don't know how to explain that, but it just wasn't a very good match. And I might feel differently if it was, but right now this is a very bad purchase. And then the last concealer product is the Urban Decay 24/7 Concealer Stick. It comes in like 3 colors, and this one is Day, or DEA is how it's spelled. And it doesn't really cover very well. It's very chalky, and if you dry it, or if you put it around an area in which is dry, it dries out the area, further irritating any blemish or dry skin that may have been there beforehand. So I hope that Urban Decay comes up with a better concealer product, because I feel like most of what I've tried from them is really good. This is the only product in which I have tried that I've been disappointed by Urban Decay. So I hope that they come out with one this year. The last 2 things on my naughty list are really the same product, just in 2 different colors. And it's by Meryl Norman, which is a makeup company that's very targeted towards an older generation. But one thing about the eyeshadows I like is that they are really soft. I've never found an eyeshadow that has been this buttery soft, I guess is the best way to describe it. But I didn't like them because they weren't pigmented and they didn't last long. No matter what kind of primer I put underneath, they just weren't overall pigmented or long lasting. But I got them in Sugar Plum and Sand Dune, and both not very good. And that's it for my naughty. It wasn't very many. There are a couple more things that I tried this year, but none that were really worth mentioning. Those were kind of the worst of what I tried. So in terms of the nice, first thing is I changed my skin care plan. Skincare, yeah, routine. That's what I was thinking. Skincare routine. Anyways, at the end of the year, after trying about 15 different face washes, I ended up with these exfoliating towelettes. I use them in the morning and the night with some cold water afterwards. Feel fresh and clean. And these are by Jean Pierce, or Perry, and they're a Target for like $4 for 30 of them, which lasts, about half a month. So spending $6 a month, which evens out to being 1 bottle of the basic Clean and Clear exfoliating face wash that would last me less than a month. So in the end, it's saving me money, and it's a better product, I think. But from Clean and Clear, I did really enjoy their dual action moisturizer. I use it day and night after the towelettes, and I feel like It goes great underneath makeup, and it's refreshing, and it keeps my skin really nice and healthy. Also, in terms of foundation, at the end of the year, I ended up with the CoverGirl Oil Control Liquid Foundation, and this is an Ivory 505, and I used this for years, and then I go to something else, and I seem to always come back. So I think I'm going to try to stick with this, unless something comes out I really want to try. But something I did add to it this year is the Translucent Fair and 105 Loose Powder by CoverGirl. Out of every powder I tried this year, this is my favorite, and I think that it covers well. It goes on lightly, so your skin still breathes, but it covers well, and that's really important when it comes to being a young woman. For blemishes and everything else, I feel like this does a great job of covering. And on to eyes. This year, everyone kept telling me to try the Urban Decay Primer Potions. This year, I broke down and not only bought one, but I bought two. I bought the original, and I bought these in February of this year. I still have them. They are still going strong. I have not hit bottom on either one of these. But if you're going to buy one, I would suggest the purple. It's their original formula, and it's just more versatile. The gold is thin, and it's kind of a champagne color when it comes out, and it has glitter in it already, so it's just not, you're not able to use every eyeshadow with it. You can, it just doesn't seem to blend or match as well if you're not using like a brown or a gold or something that pairs well with champagne. But I fell in love with these. I don't wear any eyeshadow without them now. Definitely on the nice list. Also for eyes, I tried a couple different mascaras this year, including the new CoverGirl Lash Blasters, I think is what they are. All of the different colors that Drew Barrymore promotes. And I felt like they dried out really fast, and I didn't really feel like they worked. But I watched All That Glitters, one of her favorites video, and she mentioned the Telescopic L'Oreal Paris mascara. And this year, this takes the cake. It's less expensive than most of the mascaras I have found, and it does the best job. It has a really, really thin brush, but don't let that fool you. It does a great job of snagging every single one of those eyelashes and making them full and long and really pretty. So definitely top mascara for the year. Also this year, with eyes, I found a couple eyeshadows that I really fell in love with. The first, I went looking for a gold powder, pigment powder, kind of glittery to go over like browns for the fall, and I ended up with this. It is Victoria's Secret all over body glitter in Star. They do have an eyeshadow specific, but you can use the pigment powder anywhere, and I felt like you got more product in this, and it was a little bit closer to the color than their gold eyeshadow was to what I wanted. So anyways, this made the nice list also. Then I just bought this probably about 6 weeks ago. It's the Maybelline New York Amethyst Smoke Smoky Eyeshadow Quad, and the packaging isn't fabulous. It's kind of cheap, but the one little thing they did put on it was this great how-to guide on the back. It comes with 4 colors, which is why it's called a quad. Ha ha ha. Anyways, it comes with 2 purples, a really vibrant purple, and then this taupey purple, a black, and a really nice pigmented white, which is hard to do because I feel like a lot of whites are not very pigmented. Look at that. Very, very pigmented. And it creates a really nice smoky eye. I am wearing it now, and I don't really have the usual dark outside with the black on it. I did kind of more of a natural look today, but this does many different looks, so that's why I liked it. I am going to do a Christmas haul and talk about this more, but I did receive the all wrapped up eyeshadow kit from Bare Minerals, but I only like 5 out of the 6 eyeshadows. So anyways, that is about it for my favorites this year. So I hope you enjoyed, and please post your own and leave it as a response, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.